Panerai watches are divisive. Some people are obsessed with them, others are repulsed by them. I was in the repulsed camp until I tried on a Luminor for the first time. Just look at this chunky thing. It's big, oddly shaped, and conspicuous. There's no hiding a watch like this PAM111. And that's how most Panerais are. They yell, "I'm a Panerai." Most do this, but not all. An exception to that yelling is this PAM512. It doesn't yell, it more seductively asks, "Hey, how you doing?" The Panerai PAM512 is a Radiomir watch, and specifically a Radiomir 1940. Most standard Radiomir watches have an onion crown, wire lugs, and a rounded cushion case. But the 1940 series has a cylindrical crown, solid lugs like those on the Luminor watches, and this faceted case. These might seem like meaningless details, and, well, they are, but in the world of watches, the details are everything. I think these case facets are a great example of why the details matter. Sure, you could have flat slab sides, like on this Luminor, but look how these angles add elegance to the 512. I adore what these facets do to this case. And that's not even the most interesting aspect of this Panerai's case. No, that would be the size of the 512. This is a 42mm watch. That might sound large, and by many comparisons it is, but for a Panerai, this is straight up small, and I love it. 42mm in diameter, 49mm long, and just 11mm thick. This thing wears like a dream on my 7-inch wrist. And unlike many Panerais, I think you could pull this off on a wrist as small as 6 inches or 15 centimeters. The 11mm thinness is partially thanks to the manually wound P999 movement. The P999 is finished in Panerai fashion, which I think is characterized by linear brushing, curved bridges, and no fancy flourishes. And you can see here that the 512 is water resistant to 100 meters, making it dive worthy. Despite its smaller size, the 512 features a lot of classic Panerai design cues. The dial is a sandwich dial, meaning that the numerals and markers are cutouts, revealing a layer of loom beneath. The hands are polished, which really helps with daytime legibility. The seconds hand is at 9, reminding the wearer that Panerais were once fitted with pocket watch movements rotated 90 degrees. And the crystal is slightly domed, which I'm always a sucker for. I'm not a big fan of fake aged loom or loom that's made to look old, but that's on principle. I think it looks great and fits perfectly with the style of the watch. Everything about this watch works well together. The PAM512 has a lot of what makes a Panerai without the big attitude. I think it's the Panerai for people who don't want a Panerai, but want a Panerai. The PAM512 was discontinued a few years ago, but you can find them for sale pre-owned for around $5,000 US. If you're ready to enter the water of the Paneristi, this 512 is a way to jump in without making a loud splash.